Hello everyone, I'm RxOliver, these are my friends, and this is Bushido Bandits Session 32. Take it away, Tim.
Okay, because you missed the last session, Maho, as your player wasn't there, would you like to buy some scrolls from Tanata's Shop of Scrolls?
Can I have some idea what they cost?
They cost 1 silver per point of knowledge in the scroll.
1 silver. And that's
1 silver per point, yeah. So if it's a scroll of 10 knowledge, the bottom level spell, it will cost you 10 silver.
so. So 60 knowledge would be 5 gold. Is that right? Yeah.
Well, 60 silver, yes, 5 gold.
Yes.
Hello!
Morning, boss.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to buy arrows of wood, which is 36 knowledge. Got it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And a scroll at 60, or just the one scroll?
That's right. So that'll cost me 36 silver, which is 3 gold, isn't it?
That is correct.
Put that on first.
Not missed anything, David. I just recapped for Nick, and now Nick is buying stuff.
Jolly good.
So you have a scroll with quench on it, which is 14
Quench.
knowledge. Yeah, 14
Oh
knowledge.
yeah, I've got that. Yeah. Essentially, he's got a scroll for everything because he's incredibly
Well,
like
stop.
that.
Okay, so 14 silver. In that case, I think I can still afford that. In that case, arrow force if he's got it.
Yes, yeah, I've got arrow force.
80 knowledge.
Whoa, loads.
That's
80
80 silver. 6 silver and 8. Oh, 6 gold, 8 silver, yeah.
That's right. Yes.
So, yep, that's me broke.
Are you broke now?
Okay.
That's quicker.
Well, each one weighs a pound, so remember to put that on your sheet.
I've got a scroll case already, so where are we? Somewhere in here.
Oh yeah, well, it's the fact it's just got the fact you're now carrying 3 pounds of extra weight, which may or may not make a difference to you.
Well, we have 3 porters who are carrying about 35 to 40 pounds each at the moment.
Well, I've got my own porter if he survived.
Oh yeah, Sukeki's still there. Yes,
did, yeah.
he's one of the 3 porters who's with you.
Hideshi,
Yeah.
mine is.
Oh well, I call him Sukeki, so don't worry about it.
Okay, that's it, man, broke.
Okie dokie. Right. Well, the night of the evening of the 6th of Utsuki passes peacefully. However, the same cannot be said for the night. Okay, you all go to bed, and it's about somewhere approaching 3 in the morning, you would think, when you all get to make willpower saves.
It's on the night of the
Willpower.
6th, so morning of the 7th.
It's on the night of the 6th and 7th. Yes.
Willpower saving throw.
Ooh, it's worth looking up.
So that for me is a
Miss.
13.
I think that makes it for me. I think mine's is 12.
I made it spot on.
Misses by 1.
What was this, a will saving throw?
Yep.
Bang on. 12.
Made it.
Oh no, I
By
rolled
fi-
11. I made it by 1, sorry.
I missed by 1.
How much did you make it by, Hatsu?
5.
Okay. Well, all of those of you who didn't make it by 5 are woken from your sound sleep by a piercing scream of somebody in mortal terror.
Are we on the ground floor or upper floor?
Oh, there we go.
Aha!
Ignore the brief flash you might have seen of another map that didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Erase that from your memories, viewers. That did not exist.
You are all on the ground floor of the inn. I've not put all the furniture in that inn, but you're at the back of the inn, sleeping 2 to a room, or in the Bonzi's case, 3 to a room because it's bigger.
Well, I shall. Well, I was woken by something. Do I still hear the tail end of the scream when I'm awake?
No, you hear a new scream, which is even more desperate.
Coming from which direction? From through the door or through?
It's coming through the shogi screens, which go out to the corridor outside your room.
In that case, I shall get up, robe, and rush to the door, waking Baku and whoever else is in the room with me on the way.
I think I'm in the room with you.
Well, they're scrambling in the thick going, what's going on? What's going on?
I don't know. It sounds desperate.
Right, Hatsu can make another willpower check.
Dun. 20.
God.
I don't think I made.
That? Gyomo falls back asleep for a minute.
No. I think I've been completely suckered by whatever it is.
Right, what do Maho and Tetsu do? Get up?
Oh
Rose
yeah,
up?
if I wake up, I get up.
Dress. Get up, dress, and grab 1 or 2 bits and
Okay,
pieces.
right.
Yeah, I'll get up and run out the room to see what's going on.
Okie doke.
Okay, if I manage to make it out of the to the door, I shall open the shoji screen and look out. What do I see and hear?
In that case, you see the young lady who is the maid who's on duty at night, running away, but she's surrounded by some things which are not human.
Oh.
Do they look like demons, goblins, ghosts?
They look like 5th edition Dungeons. No, they look like 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons goblins. Actually, they're 4th edition D&D goblins,
What
aren't
they
they?
actually look like are 3 disembodied heads who are attempting to bite her.
Oh shit!
And I may say they are being particularly useless at it. But never mind. Although she is very badly wounded and she's screaming blue abdomen.
Am I
I'm
right in
not
thinking
right.
the artwork is from 4th edition D&D? It is, isn't it?
Actually, I think it's from Pathfinder 1st edition. But
Oh
I wouldn't know.
yeah, possibly, yeah. Actually, that makes sense.
The
It does
basic
look
point is
like
I couldn't find lionhead goblins, so I've used something that stands out.
that. They're cool artworks. Like they're very cool.
Right, can you see the turn order?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Are your names on it?
Just the 2 monsters and the maid. A 12, a 6, and a 5.
No, well, never mind. Well, if you right-click on your token, then that should work. So you can add turn.
No, that doesn't work for us.
I
I'm
think only
afraid
the
you
GM can do that, mate.
We don't have the power.
Yeah, GM has to do that.
We are powerless to do so.
Oh well, never mind. Well, you lot appear, and the goblins stop attacking the young lady who. Hatsu wakes up this round. Okay, just so you know.
Okay.
And I'm immediately going to start casting a spell when it's my turn. Oh wait, power available. Wait. Ah yeah, I've got all my power available. Sweet. Got all my hit points as well.
Right, you all get to do one action. Most of it, the NPCs coming out going, what? Oh fuck! The goblins are a little bit surprised. The flying heads are a little bit surprised when you lot appear. You know? So you all get to do one action, cast a spell, run up bosses, whatever.
Okay, I'm casting a spell.
I am dissolving illusions, just in case they are disguised something else's.
Okay.
I am casting darts of metal.
Okay, right. Oh, well, you cast your dissolve illusions, and there are no illusions here.
That is a relief. She's probably run
Maybe.
away.
Well, she looks like she's been badly bitten. If
Oh,
we'd
yes.
been at all competent, we'd have killed her, but we didn't. So, okay, cast your darts of metal at me then.
Yeah. Makes it by a few, I think. Aye, 19. That makes it by 16.
Okay, your first dart hit.
Oh, do I roll a number of times? I roll individually for each dart, don't I?
Yes, you
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
And I
up
can
to the
fire.
number you're casting.
I can fire up to 3 darts, right? Level 3.
If you're third level, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so it's the second one. That's a hit. Unless he's got armor class 10. And that'll be a hit as well, unless he's got armor class 8.
I have armor class 8, so that misses.
Seriously?
Anyway. Yes, yeah, I'm quite serious.
Wow.
Yeah. We're on ahead. We've got a very good armor class because we're
Yeah.
ahead.
Aye, so that's if he's got armor class 8, that misses. So I roll. What's the damage? 1d6.
It's 1d6 plus your level, and each hit costs you 3, and
So
a miss costs you
So
1.
it's 2d6 plus 6 then, yeah.
Yeah.
Have 16 points of pain, sir. And that cost me how much magic points?
3 for a hit, 1 for a miss. So that's 7.
Okay, thank you. That's my turn.
Did you roll for your special effect? Chance?
I've just done that.
Aha, right, fine.
Okay, the one closest to you goes down and in a heap.
Nice.
Okay. But you're aware that the second dart didn't actually do any real damage.
Okay. So I guess it has
Anybody else want to do anything this round?
does that mean it has like a damage reduction? So like the first.
No, we get a wit save throw to negate the damage.
Ah, okay.
Right. Anybody else doing anything this round? No? Okay.
Me myself.
Not sure there's anything I can do at the moment.
Well, you've just done dissolve illusion, so
True.
Maho?
It's the same round. Right, fine.
Maho's just arming himself.
Okay. New round. Yeah, it runs up to that one, floats up to Tetsu and bites him for 3 points of damage.
Ouch, is that lethal?
Yes, it is. Crunch. You go, ow! Ow,
Ouch, indeed.
that's not very nice.
Little motherfucker.
The second remaining one floats up to the Budoka Hidioka and gives him a little nibble. Well, for Hidioka, anyway. Ow! He says. Beautiful. And the Budoka strikes the opponent in front of him for minimum damage.
Ugh. Minimum damage is damage, though.
Yes, it is.
Fusetsu misses with his strike.
On an 18, that's not really a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Very sheet 8.
Right, on their prime actions, Yuko and Ami turn around and run back into the room to get a sword rather than unarmed.
Very wise. I will prepare to stand between the goblins and Baku and our other priest, just in case they come this way.
Chira comes out of her room and looks down at the mess on the floor and goes, in English, "What the fuck's that?"
Oh, so is she speaking a foreign language?
Which?
Hello, David.
Was she speaking some foreign tongue that we don't understand?
No, that was just the games master. Can't swear in Japanese. I'm going to have to learn to. Right, the one in front of Tetsu attempts to bite him again. Take a point of lethal damage, sir.
Ouch.
And the one fighting Hidioka grinds his teeth in the wound he's already made and does a lot more damage.
Ouch. Nasty.
Right, on 5, it's Tetsu's turn.
Okay, Darts of Metal doesn't get any penalty for being at point blank range, does it?
No.
Oh, I'm going to pump 3 more into him then.
You get distractions if you get hit, don't you, or something, or you get wounded or whatever.
Yep, something like that.
So that's a 19, so hits armor class 0, a 1, so hits armor class 18, and a 13, so hits armor class 6. So is that 1 hit?
Sounds like it.
But it was a 1. Is that not like you get
roll a
get
d10.
something for a 1, don't you?
Roll a d10.
4.
Okay, roll 1d6, add 3, and triple it.
Wow.
Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch.
So add 3 is 4 and triple it is 12. And that was 1 hit and 2 misses, so it cost me 5 points of magic, right? Or doesn't the 1 cost you like less or something? No?
Not in this instance, no.
So it's 3 and 2, isn't it? It's 5. Yeah. Okay.
It's still there, though it doesn't look very happy.
Okay. Well, there's no point in me moving because it's just going to come back after me, I think. So I will just stay there and keep fighting it.
Okay, Maho on 3.
I'm going to shoot that goblin through the door. See when I can see it.
Well, since it's attempting to bite the head off of Tetsu, yes, you can.
AC 5. Yes, AC 5.
You're at point blank range, remember?
I know it's +2. That's why I picked AC 5.
Okay, well, basically, you bounce off its head, but do no damage.
Okay.
Make a wit saving throw, Tetsu.
Oh no.
Okay, there's a whistling noise and an arrow passes you, but you fail to react to it. Hatsu.
Oh, well, I guess I get up and make my way to the screen. Oh my.
Yes, it's a disembodied head. Oh, to be 3rd level. Oh, great games master, make me 3rd level. No. Where are you going? Where are you going, Baku? Ugh. It's an evil flying egg goblin. I'm going to bash it with my quarterstaff. Assuming I've got one.
Righty ho. Well, I shall accompany him, trying to protect him.
End of round, new round. Obviously, Maho's arrow bouncing off my skull has put me off my stride because I missed. You'll have to do better than that, whatever you are, says Hideyoko, because that misses me too.
Ho-ho!
I'm using a Temiwaza, so I'm better than armor class 0, you see.
Hmm.
The flying head goblin misses Hideyoko, who then proceeds to punch its lights out. Jairus sidles up to the one that's fighting Tetsu and attempts to hit it with her iron tobacco pipe, failing to do any serious damage to it.
Appreciate the effort though. Thank you.
Right, as Tetsu's just about to cast his spell, the flying head in front of him decides that bashing my head against the wall and injuring myself is a good thing to do.
It rolled a 20.
It's rolled a
Nice.
20 followed by a 20. I mean,
Superb. You can keep rolling like that, Tim. That's fine.
Come here and I'll bitey you.
Bite the corner of the wall, you noob.
Tetsu.
We'll be doing more of the same. Oh, maybe not. Does that end my... I can't fire the other three, or do the three go off at the same time? I can still fire the
roll
other
a
two.
d20 and we'll see what happens to you.
Don't know why it rolled 2 there. The first one was an 11.
Now I know why the flying head goblin bit itself, because it's bashed your head. You bashed your head into the back, into the wall behind, into the post behind you, and dazed you. Please make a speed saving throw.
9 on speed. Misses by 3.
In that case, you see little Tweety birds flying around your head as you daze yourself and fall to the floor.
Yeah.
Keystone Cops comes to mind.
I don't, and the other 2 darts don't go off.
Oh no, because you've dazed yourself.
Right. So they don't. The 3 darts don't go off instantaneously. They go one at a time. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Ah, fuck me. Okay. And how many?
And it'll cost you 6 points of power, sir.
6 for a fumbled on it. Yeah, thank you. Okay, and that's my turn.
Gyomo.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the two opponents in front of you bash their heads together, and you can see that Tetsu is falling over. He's not in control of himself.
I shall rush round behind him and help him up.
Thank you.
Okay, in that case, you can make a speed savings.
I shall attempt to make a speed saving throw. I will probably trip up doing so. D20. Yes.
Okay, no, you don't trip up. It's just that you don't get there quite quickly enough to stop him actually hitting the floor. Okay, so you'll have to pick him up off the floor.
Okay. Can I step over his bodies so I'm standing on it to stop the goblin attacking him?
Not yet.
I have to do that next round then.
Would Maho like to cast shoot a second arrow?
Shoot the goblin, shoot the goblin. Oh, that's better. That is 14 hit armor class 8. Is that it?
Just.
Okay, right then, scumbag. Take 8 points of lethal damage.
It slumps to the floor.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Right, everybody who was involved in the fight, or attempted to be, can have half a point of whatever is appropriate.
I shall help Tetsu up from the ground and dust him off and try and bring him out of his daze.
Thank you very much,
Ask
boss.
Baku to hold him, and then I shall rush off to find the poor servant girl who needs healing.
So what was it? 0.5 of Shugendo.
Yeah, well, it's no point in me giving you 0.5 Budo because it doesn't do you any good.
Do I get on as well, or just the Shugendo?
Not in this instance, you don't.
Okay.
Not yet. I will give you some, but I'll give you that at the end because it's not going to make any.
Yeah.
Right, well, Gyomo helps you your feet. Maho collects his 2 arrows. And
And then I run off to try and find the servant girl who was badly injured.
sorry, you run around the corner and you see her cowering in the corner. She's obviously tried to open the back door, but she doesn't actually have the right key because she's dropped it. You would assume, because you would have expected to have a key to all the outside doors.
I shall comfort her and tell her that the evil creatures are no more, and please let me ask the Buddhas
Oh,
to heal.
no, they'll come back, she said. They'll come back. They always do.
Well,
I don't
let me
think
heal you. Let me heal you, and then you can tell us the story of how they come back.
Who's eating?
Sorry, I'm just
Whoever
eating.
it is, please stop. You make my stomach rumble.
Or mute your mic, or whatever.
I can't mute him. That won't hear what he's saying. Well, basically, you take your minute, you roll your D20.
I roll my D20 and pray to the Buddhas that I don't do my usual messing up. Like that. And then I try again. And then you ask me to roll another D20, don't you?
I do indeed. Okay, it costs you double power, and you somehow manage to daze yourself.
Okay, so 6 power, and I wait around to, or whatever it is to get over my daze. Obviously, I've been put off by these goblins, and the fact that there's obviously more to them than just this. And try again.
That failed as well.
That failed as well.
Okay,
3 attempts that have failed. I shall call out and ask Bacco if he wouldn't mind healing the girl, the young lady, because my invocations to the Buddhas have been pretty poor. Oh no! Oh no!
No, it would appear, Gyomo, that this lady is not to be healed by a Buddhist priest. Why? Please try.
We asked Kawai to help.
I'll try healing her.
Okay, in that case, Kawai will let you because he doesn't deal with blood very well. That worked.
Oh, that worked well. Hold on. why did you-
Done, Brian.
D6, it's not 20s. But there.
Okay, that fully healed. Who else is injured? Oh, I am, says he, and I am.
I
In
am.
that case, Kawai will heal all those who are.
Yeah, I need healing.
I will check to make sure that none of the wounds are infected, because teeth are very bad at
Right.
infection.
Hold on. Tetsu gets 10.
Okay. Let me see where that leaves me. Oh, I'd only taken 4. That's more than enough.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okie dokie. But basically, you look round and you notice that the front door is open. It appears to have been, opened with the key, so it's looking out. And the maid will say, "Well, I heard somebody knocking on the door, so I opened it, and those 3 things flew in," she said.
But you said they always come back. Has this happened before?
Yes, it has, she says. At my last posting, I was troubled by these creatures before. The local priest, he said he'd exorcised them, but they've come back. Right. I think Maho's got Japanese classics, yes?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Both classics, yes.
Oh, well, basically, roll against your Japanese classics then.
Oh, yeah. My BCS is at least 10, I think, so that's going to make it by quite a bit.
Oh, well, these are called Rokurokubi.
Yeah, the old spinning head goblins. So,
What is it, Rokuro?
Hey.
Rokurokubi.
basically, during the daytime, they can pass as normal people, so that there could be an infestation in the village.
Mm.
This may not be all of them.
Yuko comes round in the corner and says, I don't know what those things were, she said, but their heads have actually disappeared.
Yes, they return to their bodies.
It's just some nasty goo on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so they've got back to join their bodies, so they won't actually be dead. They will recover.
So we need to find the bodies of these creatures.
Yes, bear in mind that there may be more than 3.
Yes.
You need to. I'm assuming an exorcism will work. I'm not sure as a player. Maho might know.
How much did Maho make it by?
7. 7.
He believes they have some spell resistance due to the fact they do actually have a spirit rank, although he doesn't know how tough the spirit rank is.
So you should theoretically be able to exercise them. And I guess the other alternative would be if you get the heads. If you get the heads and destroy them, that might do it as well.
Can I ask Kawai whether he knows of these creatures, how we find them, how we destroy them?
Unfortunately, I don't. This is the first time I've actually come across them, he says.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest we speak with the Headman tomorrow and find out if anything unusual has happened. If there are any people joined the village since this lady's arrival. How long have you been here, miss? Ask the maid.
3 weeks, sir.
Yes. Unfortunately, this village has a lot of turnover with merchants and porters arriving and leaving and what have you. So I think we need to speak to the Headman in the morning. Yes?
Sounds like a good idea, says Yuko. Everybody back to bed.
Agreed.
If you think I'm going to sleep, says Chihiro, I don't care if you sleep or not. Just go back to bed and lie down. Oh, all right. You notice the maid goes away, comes back with a bucket and broom, and wipes up the mess, which is particularly foul and disgusting. But they're fine.
Yes. Well, these were foul and disgusting creatures, of course. Yes. Well, I shall go back and pray to the Buddhas before I go to sleep, and we shall try and speak to the Headman tomorrow.
Get up at dawn as well.
Very good.
Right, the rest of the night passes peacefully, if not necessarily as soundly asleep. And the 7th dawns, and you all manage to make it.
Oh, good.
Go say good morning to the sun.
I say an special
Okay.
thanks to the sun
Right,
when we did this morning.
You get up, and the sky is clear of any clouds whatsoever, and the sun beats down, and you think, "God, this is going to be a hot, hot day."
Well, I say prayers of thanks to the sun. Amaterasu has helped us a lot, so I will thank her.
Okay.
And after breakfast, we will ask for directions to see the headman. Actually,
Okay,
no. I know where the headman is. Yes. So I go and see him and ask if he is aware of problems with Rokurokubi in his village, as 3 of them attacked the inn last night.
My apologies. Right, his name is Killin too. I'll put it in the.
Thank you. Because I have spoken to him before. Killing 2, thank you.
No, I wasn't aware that we had any blind head goblins in the town, sir. I shall let the head samurai know and the police, and we'll try and find them.
I don't know whether we can be of assistance in
How many of them were there?
We saw 3 heads, but of course there may be more.
Okay, thank you. And basically, you wait a short while, and the head samurai comes in.
Oh, bow deeply. I've not met him.
He's an older man. Uichi-san. Yes, get into. We have, sir, an infestation, apparently, of spinning head goblins. Well, do get the police to sort them out. I have other things to do. I need to discuss matters of importance with you. And he looks at Gyomo and anybody, the rest of the party is there, with an expression says, "Get out."
Yes.
Does that
I bow politely and leave.
Okay. The 2 men who've come with him, who are dressed in samurai armor class 6, give you the evil eyes. You go away. You think, naughty people, you know. Anyway, they ensure that you are out of earshot before their boss starts talking.
Quick question. They are wearing the same mon that I saw in the vision, yes?
Yes.
Did I see either of those 2 in that vision? I saw Achibaru Kotsuki.
No, these were different Ouchi samurai.
Right.
Out of interest, Dave, have you told us about this vision?
Oh yes, I've told you about that, and then I went to see the.
Including all the details of the mons and all
Right,
that.
I'll put the clan
yeah.
name in the chat. Oh, not Jones.
Okay.
I'll put the clan name in the chat as well, just so you know how it's
Ouchie.
spelled.
Ouchi,
Ouchi.
yes.
Ouchie, yes.
Ouchie.
And the
Right,
village lord is
hold on.
Ouchi. Sorry.
Have all of you gone to visit the headman?
If Gyomo doesn't object to me going with him, I would go with him, yeah.
Yeah, very happy for us to come along.
Hatsu?
Yeah, I'd be along as well.
Okay. Right, then what? So the four of you are together along with Banshee. Everybody else has gone about their business. Okay, says Banshee. Well, that was a bit rude, wasn't it? There was no need for that.
Yes. Well, we are aware that the
Uh,
board is.
A voice from behind says, "Would you like me to shorten you by a head, you accuser scum?"
Oh, who said that?
You look back, and one of the two guards has followed you out, and is partially drawing his sword. No, son. I didn't mean. Well, in that case, keep your gob shut. And he turns around and walks back. Oops, says Banshee. I'm sorry about that. That could have been very nasty.
Well, yes. I suggest we go elsewhere before discussing matters. Do any of you have any ideas on how to find Rokurokubi? I ask my companions.
Well, I guess you could start off with anybody recently arrived in the village and stayed.
Well, I was going to ask Kadintu whether anybody had arrived in the village in the last 3 weeks. But obviously he's otherwise engaged. We can go and ask at the merchant quarter as to whether travellers or porters have arrived in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, try the inn.
The other thing that occurs to you is you could go and ask the agents of the Bakufu, because they ought to have a record of who's arrived and stayed, because they, for tax purposes, nothing else. And we know I use the word tax, which is a no word.
Yep, all those options sound good.
In that case, I will accede to that suggestion and suggest we go and speak to the Bakufu. If he has time for us.
Oh, basically, well, the Bakufu have a little office in here. There's several people who work there, and the guy on the desk looks up. Yes, gentlemen, how can I help? You notice he's wearing the Ashikaga mon, the Shogun's mon. But that's just a by the by.
Well, if he presumably works for the Shogun to make sure the Shogun isn't cheated on taxes.
Yes. Well, normally they're supposed to work for the Emperor, but everybody knows they work for the Shogun because he's actually got the muscle and the power and the money. The Emperor. Yes, well, let's not say anything about that.
He has the status and very little else.
Correct, yes. Although you are aware that he did marry a woman from the Ashikaga clan last year. It's quite a good do by all accounts. However, it was rather ruined by the fact a dragon turned up.
What?
Yeah. Yes. The story is that the Shinto priest was carrying out the marriage ceremony, aided by the priest Oka. I have to look up the Shinto priest's name because I can't quite remember it. And they just paid their vows and solemnly agreed to all this stuff. When there was a large bang and a large wind, and everybody fell over just about, and this enormous dragon appeared and said, "I have a gift for you." Okay, no. And it is said that the Shinto priest said, "You're not welcome here, go away."
That's brave of him.
And the priest Oka said, "Yeah, and I agree. You weren't invited, go away." And lo and behold, the dragon did indeed go, having left his gift. Nobody seems to know quite what the gift is because it was taken into the Imperial Palace and nobody's spoken about it since.
Right.
Oh, right. Roll a d20.
1d20 coming up. A 3.
The name Oka brings to mind the story you were told about the army of war. In the fact that in his life as a human being, his name was Oka. And having made that connection, it occurs to you that the Shinto priest's name is Loki Haida, okay? Loki-Heda, who is now one of the senior priests of the Lady of the Sun's temple at Ise. For those of you who are not aware, the temple at Ise, to the Lady of the Sun, is the largest shrine to her in Nippon and is the headquarters of her worshippers, shall we call them. Okay, just thought you might like to know that.
Yes, this is above my pay grade.
Oh, you think it's above your pay grade? I don't. It's above Maho's pay grade, maybe, but not yours. Anyway, back to the bookkeeper. Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Oh, you've asked. If you're prepared to pay the 1 silver search fee, I shall go and have a look.
Sorry. This is what?
You're at the bookkeeper, and the man behind the desk is saying, "If you pay me a silver, I'll go and have a look." He didn't phrase it quite like that, but you're fairly certain that's what he means.
Yes, fair enough. I'll pay him the silver, but I'm not entirely sure what he was going to go and have a look for because we didn't actually get round to asking him. But yes, whatever he's looking for.
He's really here to ask a question, so he's just getting his money beforehand. So, what would you like me to look up, sir?
We are seeking to find out all people who've arrived in the village in the last 3 weeks and have not yet left, please.
Oh, certainly so. So he disappears around, essentially into the room where the records are. You can hear him shuffling about. And he comes out with a list of 6 names.
Thank him politely and ask if does he have details as to where these can be found? I mean, is it just a name or is it name plus description?
Oh, it's a name plus a description. Essentially, where they come from, why they want to stay here, and stuff like that.
Okay, fine. So, in other words, it's more than just the names. Right. What are the 6 names and the people concerned?
Why they're here might be. Does that tell you why they're here as well? And how nosy they are?
Okay, 2 of the names are those of Ouchi Samurai. One of whom is of high rank and one of whom is low rank and sounds like his bodyguard. And they were here to visit the Citadel Commander and the head samurai of Menatawa.
Right.
There is a low Ronin
Mm-hmm.
Whose name is Nichibara Akio.
I'm going AFK for 2 minutes, but I can still hear you guys.
Okay.
Wireless headset.
And her reason for being here is that she is here to take up a part of the Jimbo for one of the merchants in town. So essentially, she's becoming his bodyguard.
Okey-doke. And the other three?
Two of them are farmers, and one of them is an artisan.
Fair enough. And they're here to join the village?
Right, the two farmers are brothers. One is called Nobari, and the other is called Shintaro. And the artisan, and they are here, yes, to join the village. They are looking for work on the grounds that their story is that their father has too many sons and doesn't have enough.
You want to mute yourself, Oliver? Oliver, can you mute, please?
He has done.
Oh, good.
No, I've done it.
Right.
Oh, all right then.
Not often you get to mute your boss.
Right, the two farmers are here to settle in the village,
back.
and they are looking for work. As I was saying, their father has too many sons and not enough land to give them a workable plot. So essentially, they've come seeking their fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And the artisan is a blacksmith by the name of Bromar. Now, the only one who's got any family with him is the blacksmith. The others all appear to be singles.
Okay. How large is his family?
Him, his wife, and 8 children.
Heads look normal size or small, just as a matter of interest.
The heads were adult size, as far as you could tell.
Right. Very good.
Since they failed to feed last night, those three, possibly any others, might be out again tonight. They might be getting a bit pecky. They failed to feed last night, or unless they did manage to feed someone else that night, but I don't think they will. Once they're driven off, I think they have to go back to their bodies.
Well, basically, you essentially destroyed all their hit points, so they had to go back to their bodies. Yes.
Yeah. So they may be out tonight if they're getting even more hungry.
I was reading.
I don't know.
I
What do you
googled
want
the
to-
Rokurokubi and I was reading about them. It's very
I'm
interesting.
assuming since they got the good picking when they came to the inn, they won't try the inn again. Not while we're here. We could spread out and try and watch these people when it gets dark.
So
Various places where these
apparently
people
the Rokurokubi.
Is there a Shinto shrine in the village? I know there's a temple, albeit the priest has been killed. But is there a Shinto shrine in the village?
Oh yes, there is one. It's not got any attendant priests though, because it's just a bare Torrigate.
agreed, but I'm just wondering whether if Kawe could hold a service there and see if the kami of the village might be of assistance. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm going to try it, he says, Kawai, and he disappears off.
Yeah,
I'd suggest we accompany him just in case there's somebody objects to that. The lord of the village is apparently not keen on religious matters. So I will. I will go with him. If the others wish to come as well, I'd be grateful for their assistance.
We'll come along.
I will follow
Thank you.
him. Follow him
I'll start this
wherever
every
you
month.
go. Yeah, I'm following you. I've got.
Have a look at the headman's house.
I would walk through the gates of hell with you, Gyomo.
Is the Oichi samurai still there with his bodyguards?
Saying I think I would walk through the gates of hell with you, Gyomo, and I think that one day I will.
Well, it would appear that the headman has gone out because the front door's shut. So one assumes he's gone wherever the samurai told him to go. Or he's gone with him.
I've just realised.
Anyway, you get to try.
I've just realised I was muted in Discord, so the audience could hear me, but you guys couldn't. Sorry about that.
That's all right. It's because you were talking to somebody and we could hear what you were saying. Anyway, you get to the shrine and Kawai performs his sacred dance for an hour, and he appears to do a really good job of it. And then he pleads to the kami of Men Tower to appear, and the kami does.
Oh, down on my knees, bowing.
Oh, and I will follow your lead and do the same.
Same.
And who are you? Says the kami. Lord, my name is Kawai. Once I've heard of you. Well, I'm not entirely surprised at that, sir. However, last night, one of the maids at the inn that we were staying at was attacked by some Rokurokubi. Yes. Would you know where they are? Yes, I do. He says, I do know where they are. What do you intend to? Well, I believe we intend going there and destroying them, sir. Well, yeah, I can't argue with that. You need to go to the new blacksmith shop, he says. The noob, yes. There's a man by Broma, I think it is. Yes. Do you know anything more about it? Wait one moment, he said. And he disappears briefly. And he comes back, he says, as far as I'm aware, he and his family have been flying head goblins for a long period of time, he says. I don't know any more about them, but if you go to the new blacksmith shop, you should be able to find them. You should find them there. Do you know how to dispose of them? Well, the maid says they keep coming back. The maid says they keep coming back, do they? Are you sure she's a maid? Sir? Well, when these things attack people, most of the time they don't survive. So how does she know they keep coming back? I don't know, sir. I might have to go ask. I suggest you do that, he says.
Maybe she's one of them.
Anyway, I must go, he says. I'm being summoned. He looks a bit nervous, and then he steps back, and his presence disappears.
I thank Kawai for successfully summoning the kami, and if they have been goblins for some time, they may take some getting rid of.
Kawai says, well, I don't understand what that bit about the maid was. I'll have to go and ask, I suppose.
Well, I did kind of try to dissolve any illusions, but she wasn't present when I did it, so...
I'm suspicious of her, Dave.
It might well be that there is some reason that they
are
following her.
Suspicious of everybody, aren't you?
No. Not everybody.
If she is just a simple young lady as she appears, then she's very lucky to survive the head goblin.
Right, so what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to ask my friends whether they have any way of stopping these things escaping, because if we just go to the blacksmith's house and they leave via 4 different doors, how do we stop them? Can we confine them? Does Kawai know some way to stop them escaping?
Unfortunately, I don't. No. However, since they're flying heads, says Baki, perhaps some nets would work, so we could capture their heads and keep them that way.
Well, nets to capture them and their heads, certainly. Very good idea. Let's see whether anyone in the village knows where we can get some nets.
Well, they're almost certainly buying nets here. Remember, this is a merchant centre, and you can actually buy anything here.
And then I think we need to try and involve the police, because if we can put nets over the windows to trap them inside, and then go in and try dealing with them.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, yes. Would one of you care to roll 3d6 for me? That's a luck roll.
I can get that. Oh, 2 goods and a bad. Oh no, 1 good.
Okay, you are marching, looking around. When you come across your bodyguard Karituzo, who appears to have a samurai with him.
Is it an Oichi samurai?
No, it's not.
Ah, well, bow politely.
Gyomo-san, I was looking for you, sir.
Yes, Sama, you have me at a disadvantage.
This is Minamoto-sama, he says. The samurai bow. Oh, but you don't recognise the mon. Yeah, if he says he's a Minamoto, you assume.
I bow deeply and ask how I may be of service.
My name is Minamoto Unjiro, he says, and I am looking for the Ronin known as Ashikata Okawi. Do you know where he is?
Yes, we do.
I believe he is waiting for his next passage on the Wheel of Life, Sama.
Yep.
He died heroically in battle.
Oh, that's a great shame. How about Michinora Nobuhito?
I will list out all the samurai and ronin who were with us who have passed on to the.
Okay. In that case, he looks down. Would you be Hatsu? He says, looking at Hatsu.
Yes.
In that case, this is for you. And he hands you it. He hands you a letter on which are several scribbled out names. Well, names with lines through them anyway.
Oh no. And the names that are crossed out?
Well, they're all they are the 4 dead Ronin who were in the group.
Imagawa Michinora died, and I'm just looking in the character graveyard. Yeah, Ashikita
Why is my
Okabe, that
name
was
on
Nick's. It was Dave's and Nick's characters, wasn't it?
Mm.
Other Dave.
Well, basically,
Yeah.
your character died first, then Nick's.
Oh, I died first. Yeah, I died episode 7, then Nick episode 10, and then the other one was
Morikawa
16.
and Nobuhito died in the same one.
Yeah.
Because it didn't quite get to the bandit archers in time. Anyway.
What's in the note?
It says, to whomever is reading this,
Uh-huh.
at your earliest convenience, please visit my citadel on Sado Isle in the town of Aikawa. I have something which may be of use to you. And it's signed Minamoto Kizawa. Minamoto Kizawa, yes.
I take it this stop is somewhere along our trip?
Right, I should show you where Aikawa is on.
On the
Yes,
little
please.
island.
I believe it's the island off the north coast, isn't it?
Yes.
Which we have come across in our travels, being mentioned several times.
Quickly
Yep.
will.
Just there.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So we were planning on kind of going to Nagano and then the coast, and then turning east to Toyama and then heading up to Takamatsu, or Takayama, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also a suggestion that we go to Niigata and then over to Sado Isle. So we have a number of competing tasks,
Endeavors.
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, you will have to make a decision when you get to the city of Naoetsu.
Yeah, Naketsu. Yeah.
Which is the next biggest city that you will reach after Nagano. You haven't even got to Nagano yet.
Well, give us a chance.
Unjiro says, is there a response to this? He's looking at
What's
Hatsu when he says that.
what's the name? Ashikage Kujiro, you said earlier.
Minamoto Unjiro.
Oh, Minamoto, different one. Okay, different one.
No, the Ashikaga samurai was in the Bakufu office.
Yeah, I thought I'm looking at something else. I'm looking at something else. That one. I thought it was the same name.
The response. At my earliest possible convenience, I will be there. Ooh.
Excellent, he says. Thank you very much for that. And he bows politely, turns around and walks.
The reason I asked him is I've got another reference to the Lord of Sado Island, which is Ashikage Kujiro.
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct. You should have 2 different names.
Okay, that's fine. Good. I mean, it's consistently inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously more than one citadel.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe.
There is a reason for it, which you will find out eventually.
I'll just.
Well, that was a bit odd, says Baku. Excuse me, Hatsu.
Yes.
Why did he give the letter to you and not Gyomo?
Don't ask. There's obviously a very good reason.
I'm not sure.
Roll a d20, please, Brian.
Oh boy. Okay, middle of the road. It's not bad.
But I'll move you back to the inn map. Baku looks at you, and you're not entirely convinced that he believes you, but he doesn't say anything more.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Well-
you proceed on to the local police station.
I will ask Kirituzo to go and assemble the rest of the group from whatever they're doing, because we may be dealing with some spinning head goblins, and we would welcome their assistance.
Are those the things that attacked somebody last night, he says?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll go and round up the others then, he says. Or I'll attempt to, anyway.
Thank you.
So he bows politely to you and trots off.
And we will go to the police station. Or presumably the house with the head of the police or whatever.
Well, basically, you go to a police station, and the man behind the desk who's dressed in police uniform says, "Yes, what can I do for you, gents and lady?"
Greetings. I don't know whether what's his name? Kilintu has spoken with you yet? We visited him this morning. We visited him this morning to notify him of an attack by Rokurokubi on the inn last night.
Who did they kill this time? He says.
Attacked before?
It's not the first time I've had reports of Rokurokubi. Unfortunately, we've not managed to find out who they are yet. Do you know who they are?
We were advised by the kami of who they are. My Kawai here prayed to the kami of the village, who gave us the names, or the name.
Well, that's one way of solving the problem, I suppose. He says. Would you like some of us to accompany you to chastise these miscreants, because they can't be allowed to survive? He looks at some paperwork. I mean, they've killed 6 people so far.
Wow.
Fortunately, they've not chosen anybody of status, shall we say.
Well, the fact they've killed anybody is bad. Have these attacks all occurred in the... Okay, we know when the blacksmith appeared, so rather than just 3 weeks, have they occurred in the period since he appeared?
Yes, they've occurred about once every half week. Which would make 6 in the time. So this would be the 7th one.
Well, given that they are their heads can float, then we need to try to make sure they do not escape. So we were proposing to surround the place with nets and go in with nets and try and capture them so they can be disposed of.
Excellent idea. Wait here. How many nets would you like? He says.
Well, look at the place. How many nets would it take to close off all the windows of this place, and then another 10 on top of that?
Plus 10 for us to throw, yeah.
He gets you to describe the Broma and that he's a blacksmith, and
Yep.
he goes away and he comes back with some plans, and he looks through them. This is the one, and basically there are 3 doors and 5 windows, and the chimney stack where the forge is. Well, you need to block all of those and whatever you want. Oh, so what?
Well,
20.
if the forge is actually working, I would guess the chimney stack is probably going to be a little bit hot.
Yeah,
put one on top of it, maybe. Put one on top of it.
When you're trying to escape dying, the fact that it might be a little bit hot may not matter.
Aye, cover that. The net's going to burn at the bottom. Put it at the top of the chimney, yeah.
Well, yes, he assumes you're going to. Oh no, he goes on. He comes back with this box and a couple of his men carrying it. Well, these are all the nets we've got. He says, and he counts them out, and you get to roll 2d20.
Fair enough. Would somebody roll 2d20? Because my roll 20 is just rebooting itself.
Oh, dude, a good roll, 31. Terrible roll if you're playing any of the 2d20 games, but a great roll here in this situation.
Okay, well, basically they open the crate and they count out 20 weighted throwing nets. Oh, what? That should do. What do with this, Sarge? Oh, well, you put back where you found it. Oh, yes, Sarge. And also, you can put your armour on and summon the rest of the gents. Right? Well, we're going to go and do a mission. But I don't care if your shift ends in 10 minutes, so you're coming with us, okay? Yes, sir. And he goes away and he comes back and there are 11 men.
Is there any way we will be able to confirm that they are spinnerhead goblins? They're probably going to look like normal people in the daytime.
Well,
We don't really want to be responsible for slaughtering them the planet we were wrong.
you're a Shigenja, are you not, sir?
Indeed.
Well, then perhaps some magical detection and analysis might show that they have some form of magic about their person, and I understand that might even tell you what it is.
Yes, possibly if they're some kind of spirit, the priest might be able to identify them as well.
Well, yeah, and the priest might be able to tell you.
I don't want to be responsible for multiple deaths of innocent people.
Well, yes, well, basically the 6 people who've been found so far have been bitten to death by what looks like human teeth.
Lovely.
Yes.
Okay, right. Well, basically, they form up outside and you march off.
Have the rest of our group turned up from Karituzo chasing them down?
Roll percentage. The higher, the better. One of your roll percentage dice, please.
Get that if you want.
Sorry, my roll 20 is just not cooperating at the moment. It's not.
36.
It's refusing to load.
Okay. You meet it. Find you. He says, well, he knows where the rest are, so if you would like to wait here, he'll go and get them.
Right, who says that?
They're looking a bit. Well, Karituzo goes on and gets the rest, while Yuko and I are with you. The sergeant, the police sergeant's looking a bit, impatient because you've got to wait, but everybody turns up eventually. And I'm actually going to stop it there, gents, because I need to generate the map.
For that encounter.
And all the stats for the bad guys.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. I'm looking forward to that.
Alright, and basically, the fight will take quite some time, so you can all have 5 on
Hey.
And a point of whatever is appropriate.
Nice.
Thank you.
5 on, 1 sugar. Let me do that before we close.
I should know better than to assume that you won't do anything. I should have gone. Because I prepared one thing and you've gone and done something else. Anyway,
Well, the other thing that's good is-
That is our job as players, is to mess with your plans as a game master.
Well, if I didn't want you to go and do it, I wouldn't have had it happen. So.
I'm looking forward to the next one. That's going to be fun.
Can I have
Right,
2 minutes? 2 minutes of your time when we've finished him, please.
Right, let me close off this video and then you guys can do that. Anything else, Tim?
Oh yes, I'm not available on the 28th, so the next session will be the 11th of January.
In 4 weeks. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Tim, for the session. Thank you, Dave, Brian, and Nick for playing
Well,
with me.
it's just a little thing that happens. We can have great fun.
Very fun, mate. And thank you to the viewers for watching. We'll see you in 4 weeks for episode 33.
Yeah, indeed, on a nice cliffhanger. Cheerio.
Cheers, folks.
Bye.